Welcome to the African Album Review Podcast, where we review Africa's best and latest music projects.
Africa, moody sick. My name is Wemoto, and I welcome you to the African Album Review Podcast. Wherever you are, my people, how you doing? Me, I'm doing all right. I mean, we're like, 7 weeks away from 2022? That's just crazy to me. I don't know where the time is going, but you know what? Might as well make the most of it. Definitely got another album review for you today, and I'm taking it back to my home country, Zimbabwe, and you don't want to miss this one. And before we get into it, of course, if it is your first time on the African Album Review Podcast, well, welcome. You've got another 163 episodes that you need to catch up on, so you've got your work cut out for you. And if you're back again, well, thanks for coming back. If you do like what you hear right here on the African Album Review Podcast, then head over to buymeacoffee.com/MJ and buy me a coffee or 2 or 3. Otherwise, let's do this album review thing. Tamy Moyo.
The latest African album review is...
Now, when the name Tamy Moyo comes up in the Zimbabwean music industry talk, she is a seasoned vet of the industry. Her debut album was in 2016 titled The 18th Rollercoaster, and she was still pretty young then. And it's just crazy to think that ever since that album, she's had countless hits, she's featured in movies, she's won awards, and she's only 23 at this point in time. That's just baffling when I think about it, but it shows you how much talent she's got. She has been in the industry well before 2016, believe it or not, and absolutely done some crazy, amazing things in that time. But she's back with another album, and this one is titled Bvudzijena, and it dropped just yesterday, November 10th, 2021, and I'm here for it. Let's review Bvudzijena by Tamy Moyo. Now, Bvudzijena was self-released November 10th under Tamy Music. It has 13 tracks, 52 minutes and 1 second of runtime, 4 features, and multiple producer placements, including Chiweda, Charlie K, Golden Fingers, and more. The intro to this album was so awesome. For a good 1 minute 18 seconds, we get the presence of a commanding voice, which feels like a spirit medium talking to and through Tamy, saying, "It's time to awaken. You've been quiet and honing your skills and learning the world for long enough, but it's time to awaken." That's the song Sare, and this probably speaks to the title Bvudzijena a lot more than we'd think, because there's no song with that title on the album. The song has a video you must watch on YouTube. Just watch it. And then track 13 on the album, Mtoto, actually speaks more to the Bvudzijena concept. Bvudzijena means white hair in Shona, literally like white hair. But let's unpack that. In some of our Zimbabwean cultures, white or gray hair is associated with aging, which is associated with wisdom. This album then becomes a reference point for Tamy's wisdom gained from being in the industry for so many years from a young age as well. The growth has an outcome, which is this album. It's about Tamy feeling that fire inside her, which is burning, to deliver this project with positivity and wisdom gained over the years. The nights are dark, but she has the experience to get to the morning. There are many lessons that come with life, and this is really what Bvudzijena is about. Tamy's delivery is really R&B at the core, and what she does expertly is translate that into an Afro-pop type sound through brilliant lyrics that go beyond the surface, and sometimes an even better composition of the music. Fuse that into one package and you get the best of Tamy Moyo. There's an argument to also call it Afro-fusion, because you get more Afro house type songs too. For example, My Love Is Yours, Andigone, Umtandazo, and she also has an R&B joint here and there. Tamy carved her own niche since day one and continues to be one of the best musical ambassadors of Zimbabwean music that we have at the moment. vocally, she went further on Stars in the Night, which is one of the slower joints on the album, on Bvudzijena, and flexed those pipes more than I expected her to be honest. It's always nice to get such surprises, and in Zim music, I reckon Tamy has the best doubles and backing vocals in the game. No capping, bro. No capping. Part of me wished Tamy was even bigger than what she is right now in Africa particularly. She really is a cut above the rest and deserves to have a go at it, like at the upper echelon of the game. Like I'm talking like Karen, Yemi Alade type levels. Bvudzijena delivers concepts of maturity far beyond Tamy's age, like I said, and it's where I ponder what goes on through her mind to be so connected with spirituality and things that many eyes do not necessarily see, but make it still translate to good music. It almost feels like Tamy gets into a musical trance and then gives us magic. She's like in her own zone. Like I said, crazy part is she's not even 25, man. What a talent. Bvudzijena will definitely hold a special place in the Zimbabwean music industry because it features two artists that passed away within the last year, Calvin and Soldier Love. And those are two deaths that really hurt to the core and robbed the Zimbabwean music industry of amazing talents that had so much more to give before their lives were cut short. And I just wanted to say R.I.P. Calvin and R.I.P. Soldier Love. The guitar use on Bvudzijena was great across the board, and it was done so tastefully as an adjunct to Tamy's African roots. I absolutely love how she presents a fantastic balance between English, Ndebele, and Shona in her music, and it kind of just speaks to her own personal story as somebody who has roots in Ndebele and Shona particularly. And this is an opportunity to actually unify the different cultures at play for Zimbabwe. Music plays a major part in that, and Tamy has always held that in high regard and never taken that lightly. The only song that I felt like maybe was not compiled together with the rest of the project was track 13, Moto, which I mentioned at the start. It is an acoustic piece and it felt very different from the rest of the tracks, and actually makes sense in the sequencing that it be the last track because of that. She sang amazing on it though, and I just wish it had more clarity to get the true allure of it, especially in her performance, because I thought like she was singing amazing there. Well, that's all. Overall, Bvudzijena is very much an Afro-pop type album. And in the Zim context, you don't hear Tamy's soundscapes with many other acts at all. And even just her style in general, it's just, that's Tamy for you. For 13 tracks, Tamy did quite well to hold her own and continue justifying her talent since the very first time we discovered that there's this amazing singer and performer in Zimbabwe. Your experience from start to finish with Bvudzijena will be modeled around exceptional confidence, feelings of empowerment, a visible joy in Tamy's voice, self-discovery, overcoming doubt, relationships, and general social commentary. The mix is great from a thematic perspective, and wonderful organization actually went into the project when you look at it as a whole, so love that. My favorite songs from Bvudzijena were Angila Ndaba featuring Calvin and Natio, Chiuya, Sare, Do My Own Thing, My Love Is Yours, Like Whatever, and Umtandazo. Loved those. I gravitated more to the predominantly Afro-pop tracks more than the Afro house inclined ones, so that was just something that I noticed. But do check it out. Bvudzijena by Tamy Moyo is a great listen and just something different in terms of African music. Like, she's really doing her own thing, and I like that. I respect that. Otherwise, that's it for me. My name is MJ Wemoto, son of Zimbabwe, signing out. This was the African Album Review Podcast. Peace. Dende.
Moto Moto Music, the best place to listen to podcasts about African music online.